Heavyweight Championship, and it's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. Introducing your first fighter, fighting out of the Allure Properties blue corner. He weighed in at 155 pounds. He has a record of 2 wins with 1 loss. He's representing Striker Fight Center out of Kennesaw, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Carrington Johnson! And his opponent, fighting out of the Knoxville Mortgage Brokers red corner. He weighed in at 155.8 pounds. He has an amateur record of 7 wins with 2 losses. He's representing the city of Huntsville, Alabama. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sniper, Justin Jamar. Gentlemen, let's meet in the middle and make this official. Your referee is Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson, first assignment of the night. Of course, he'll be doing the pro fights later on, but this is him getting his feet wet. And I tell you what, he's got basically a pro quality fight, only it's 3 3-minute rounds, 5 3-minute rounds, because it is technically amateur, but you're going to see here very high skill level. Already, you know, you're seeing head movement out of Carrington Johnson. You know, he's dipping on the side. We haven't necessarily seen the fakes, the feints so early so far, but both these guys looked equipped to go.
And this isn't the first time Justin Jamar has fought for the belt. He fought back in April and lost in the 4th round against Craig French. So he's used to these championship rounds. We'll see how it plays out. Yeah, and as you mentioned, finished late in that fight. So a good, interesting point of has he shored that up, and has he gonna is he going to pace himself differently? Is he going to perhaps, you know, try training a little more cardio this time around? He looks in fantastic shape. So we'll see what those championship rounds will play out. Because as we saw with their last fight, 4th and 5, they definitely do make a difference.
Johnson decides to throw some kicks back of his own here. Just wondering if Jamar, if that was his setup to go low, 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 and then maybe sneak in a high kick there.
And Jamar just closed his distance so fast. Very athletic and explosive fighter. But, I mean, Carrington Johnson doing everything right. He's working those low kicks. He's trying to slow him down a little bit. And I really like the feints out of him, trying to draw Justin Jamar out a little bit. Ooh, nice little 1-2 over the top for Justin Jamar. He's putting that hand speed on display once again. So far, Carrington Johnson seeming like he's maybe trying to find out the rhythm or the timing. He hasn't really let his own offense go, but there you see, looking to counter with that right hand.
Solid right hand, too. Yeah, I mean, both of these guys are fast.
And, of course, you got Justin Jamar.
Got Chris coming in there.
Yeah, Justin Jamar,
He's back on his feet.
And a big takedown.
Get a big slam of his own. Got the head here.
Johnson does have some experience of his own. He did do some wrestling in high school. So let's see how, that is choke, but is he going to go for the guard? Great head kick.
And he's going to take his back. I mean, look at that. How about that for a quick turn of fortunes? I mean, you go from having your neck given up to now taking the back of Jamar.
Let's see if he goes for a choke of his own.
Oh, Jamar. It was definitely a toss on his head. I mean, I think Jamar's okay, but definitely an awkward landing to the canvas. And Carrington Johnson all over him. And keep in mind, he was dropped by a right hand not all that long ago, and yet completely come back, got a takedown of his own, got out of a submission attempt, and now still bringing it. This is a high pace for a first round. 5 seconds left in this one.
That is the end of round number 1, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for these guys.
I tell you what, I'd prefer be sitting here with you guys commentating the fights than judging these fights, because these are close rounds. Again, Jamar did everything right. He scored the knockdown that would likely seal the round in his favor, but zero quit in Carrington Johnson, who got up from that, scored a takedown, got some advantage positions, and of course ends the round on top. So very difficult round to score, but fortunately for both guys, there's 4 more of them coming up, so plenty of time to work with.
I'm not even sure who I would give that round to.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I may have got lucky in the last one. Like I said, as the night goes on, I think we might be able to get a little feel for the judges tonight, but it'll be interesting because I think that one could have gone either way.
Absolutely. If you're going for strictly damage, I mean, Justin Jamar did have the knockdown, but again, I think Carrington Johnson did a lot of good work, put some money in the bank, scored those leg kicks, scoring the takedown, also giving them that confidence, and then to end the round on top, certainly all good stuff. So regardless how the judges did score that first round, we are in for another action-packed round 2 now. Justin Jamar fighting out of that southpaw stance, and it seemed like maybe that's what was giving Carrington some issues in the first, was he didn't quite see that left hand down the pipe coming, and that might have been what caught him.
And Jamar's been landing some clean body kicks on Johnson.
Well, he's very explosive, very fast, and again, when you look at his highlight reel, a lot of his wins do come off the kick, you know, whether it be a head kick, whether he softens the guy up. He does have an explosive kicking game. But as you mentioned, in his last fight, last time he fought for an amateur title, he kind of tired a little bit later as the fight went. So to my knowledge, knees to the head are actually not legal in amateur MMA, so I don't know how a flying knee would have worked, but it's possible he was targeting the body with a flying knee, if you could imagine that one.
Yeah, for his sake, he was definitely going for the body there. But how explosive are both of these guys? I mean, you catch a flying knee basically and slam the guy to the ground. That's pretty impressive.
You know, there was a time where people said, well, MMA fighters aren't too athletic. It's a lot of judo guys and karate guys and, you know, traditional martial artists. But as the sport's starting to advance, you're seeing a lot of high-level wrestlers, high-level, you know, D1 athletes, high-level athletes in general. The strength and conditioning is better. The explosive training is better. And when you see a couple young guys like this, I mean, just very good athletes. There's a ton of things both of these guys could be doing, but they're choosing to fight, and that's to our amusement because they're putting on a hell of a show so far.
Knees under the neck here.
Yeah, he needs that second hook in.
Justin Jamar doing a good job of fighting off one hand, but you can still get a one-arm rear naked choke, and that's the tap.
There he has it.
That's the tap. You know what?
Very
You
nice.
cannot take away anything from Carrington Johnson in that fight. That was complete. He faced the adversity. He got dropped. He got back up. He always stuck with it. He was in incredible shape. And for Justin Jamar, an offensive dynamo, no doubt about it. But Carrington did everything he needed to do.
I wouldn't mind watching these guys again.
And I said earlier,
Yeah,
I said,
sign me up for another fight.
Yeah. I said these guys are basically pro quality. They're just still in the amateur stages of their career. And I hate to drum on the independent gym fact, but it does make you wonder with Justin Jamar. He's very, very talented, but when you're training yourself, how good is your takedown defense? How good is your cardio? How good is the mindset? You've not been beaten in the gym by better training partners and had to overcome that adversity. And I'm not saying the kid's a quitter. I think he's got an excellent focus and an outlook. But very difficult to achieve your goals and get to the next level when you're running the own ship. So Jeff Hobbs will not have to calculate the totals. The judges will not be needed in this one. We'll throw it to him and get the official verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee Keith Peterson stops this bout at 1 minute and 41 seconds of the second round. Your winner by way of rear naked choke and new Aries amateur lightweight champion, Carrington Johnson.
Well, there you have it, Carrington Johnson being awarded the 155-pound amateur title, brought to you by Juicy's Bail Bonds. And now we'll have a quick word with the champion,